Oh, but
Oh my gosh.
For now, let's enjoy the park.
Happy birthday to you.
It's around 10:30, 10:40ish now. Yoshna and Bala are off to sleep. And I'm starting by prepping up the cake tin, and then let's start making the chocolate cake batter. I have already uploaded the recipe for this amazing eggless chocolate cake on the channel before. You guys, I have made this couple of times now, and each time it turns out to be just perfect. The only difference that I now do is I use around half a cup of cocoa powder instead of 1/4 cup mentioned in the video. That's because to make it even more chocolatey. No other reason as such. So let's make the cake batter. Since I do not have 2 cake tins, I'll have to make it in 2 batches. And while the cake is baking, let's start with other components of the cake, like the strawberry sugar syrup, for which I have taken equal amounts of sugar, water, little bit of strawberry, and bringing it to a boil or until just when the sugar dissolves. We'll transfer that to another container and let it cool completely. Again, in the same pan, I'm gonna start with strawberry compote, for which we have some frozen strawberries along with sugar here. Once it is all liquidy, I'll add in the cornstarch to thicken it up, and once it thickens, we will add lemon juice to taste. Also transfer this to another container, cling wrap and store in the refrigerator. You can leave the sugar syrup out at room temperature, but the compote has to go inside the fridge. If you want a detailed recipe of this, I have already shared one using blueberries. I'll link that up here or in the description box for you to check. So the strawberry compote is also ready now, and our chocolate cake is baked. And since the oven is hot, we will also roast in the hazelnuts to prepare the praline. This is our second chocolate cake batter that's going into the oven now. Most of our prep work is done now. Chocolate cake, one baked, one in the oven. We have prepared the sugar syrup, the compote, roasted the nuts for praline. So it's time to clear off the workstation now. First of all, excuse me for coming without any makeup. Actually, I do not apply much, but then still without even a lipstick. So excuse me for that, and also for this comfortable pajama or Indian maxi dress that I am wearing. So it's already 12:30 now, and tomorrow is my niece's birthday, and I'm baking a unicorn cake for her. Fingers crossed, I just hope it comes out well because I have never made one. So once we are sorted out with dinner, when the dishes are all done, my husband puts her to sleep, and that's when I start baking because she's just 2 now, and along with her it's just impossible to bake, and let alone frosting. So she sleeps at around 10:30, and after which I start all the prep work and everything. So it's 12:30 now, my second base is in the oven. I have cleaned up, washed all the utensils, cleaned up the workspace. So all I have to do is, once it comes out of the oven, I'll have to wait for 5 minutes to remove it from the tin, and then I'll just doze off. So that's the plan. Then tomorrow again I'll wake up before everyone wakes up, say around 4ish or 5ish maybe. And then before I start with the regular work, which I generally start by 7:30 in the morning. So before 7:30, I would do the decorating part maybe later in the afternoon when she is sleeping. But by 7:30 in the morning, I'll have to finish off everything. So let's see, I'll just get some 4 hours of sleep today and get back to work soon. So our cake is baked, it's looking pretty good, and I'm just updating my Instagram and then off to sleep. I'll catch you tomorrow morning. See you, bye-bye. The following morning starts by leveling the cake, and I'll just trim the top off lightly. Since it's already a flat top, I need not do much, just trimming so that the sugar syrup penetrates through easily. So we have 4 levels here, and I'll use the base of both the cakes to go on the top and bottom, and the top layer of both the cakes will go in the middle of our final cake. Apply some sugar syrup. Do not skip this step. This is what makes the cake super moist and yummy. Followed by chocolate whipped cream. Again, I have shared this recipe on the chocolate cake post itself. You can check that out. So we will leave some space at the center because we are gonna make a pinata cake. Next goes our strawberry compote layer, followed by the hazelnut praline that we made. Repeat the process of sugar syrup coating, whipped cream, strawberry compote, and finally chocolate praline. Before adding the top layer, do not forget to fill the center with these M&Ms or skillets, and then layer the top in a way that the base is facing upwards, like the way you can see it in the video, so that it is easier for us to frost. Put it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes, then crumb coat, again refrigerate for 15 minutes, and finally add in your last layer of frosting. So in the beginning, I just like to dab all the whipped cream as it is. Take a big chunk amount of cream, just dab to cover the entire cake, because any which ways we are gonna run our scraper and remove the excess off there by giving it a proper shape. I am still not a pro at getting sharp edges with whipped cream. Buttercream or ganache is easy, but for me whipped cream is little bit difficult because we get dairy whipping cream here, unlike the non-dairy whipping cream that we get back in India. Yes, many of you might be able to get those beautiful sharp edges with dairy cream as well, but I am still not a pro at it, and hence I am not uploading a video yet. But be there with me, I'll soon upload a video on all the tips to achieve that beautiful sharp edged whipped cream once I become a pro at it. Now that our cake is all frosted, let's clear the workstation out before we begin with our regular cooking. So it's around 7:15, 7:30 now. So our cake is done. We still have to do the decoration thing, which we will do in a while when Yoshna is sleeping maybe. So I'll go take a shower and then start with our regular kitchen duties. I'll catch you. On my baking days, I keep our lunch pretty simple. Just made some lemon rice for her stabba and my lunch along with some curd. That's it. Banana oats smoothie, the regular thing, nothing special. I don't know what you did to my heart. You touched my soul. Yosh, enga porom? Bye challid ellarkum. Bye, enga porom? Tata. Tata, enga polam? Yosh, enga porom? Hi, umma kudra amma ke. Bye bye. Ba. So we are off to a bakery shop now to buy some edible colors. Since it's a unicorn cake, I wanted some purple color which I do not have at the moment. So we are just going to a nearby shop and have a look whether what colors they have in stock. Like nobody is watching what we're doing. Like nobody is watching us. Like nobody is judging while we're dancing. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. Follow you, the only thing I want to do. Through everything we step into. They are not keeping the stocks for colors anymore, so I could not get purple. I'll have to see how to make my own purple with the colors that I have. Not very sure about that, but let's see how I finally decorate the cake. On her way back home, she spotted this garden which is right in front of our house, so I had to stop by. Ba, jump on. Jump! Bo. So I had to stop by and she insisted on playing here for some time. So yeah, we are here in the park, the garden, and we'll go home in another half an hour. She'll take at least 30 minutes to play. So I'm pretty sure we are not gonna go anytime sooner. For now, let's enjoy the park. We're dancing till we get lost. Far from rules, how to feel it.
With you, I don't need the contest.
Good, yeah, po, po, po. Here. Very good. Ah, chickadee. Oh. Finally, we are back home for lunch. I'm having lemon rice and some chapati that she did not eat. She just had few and I have to eat up the rest of her chapatis. She's now having some curd. That's her favorite. So yes, both mom and daughter are having their lunch. It's 1:30 now. She just slept and I'm quickly beginning with our cake decoration. Here I'm making the horn of the unicorn for which I'm using frangipane. It's not a fondant. It's some made out of almonds. Pretty easy to make at home though, but now for today I'm using store-bought ones. Just shape it. It's very easy to shape and very easy to play around with frangipane, and it tastes much better than fondant. I am not a big fan of it as well, but at least better than fondant, please. Hold this, we will twist the base to get our beautiful unicorn horn. Do not worry if it is slightly tilted or bended from one side, because we are going to use a stick to place it on the cake, it would balance out. So that's our horn ready, and we are now going to make the ears of our This is my finished unicorn cake. Sorry I could not vlog because if you saw I started my work at 1:30 and at 2 p.m. our madam decides to wake up. I mean that's ridiculous. She generally sleeps for a minimum or at least for 1.5 hours, but today she had to wake up because I was busy, right? Mama is busy. Let me just wake up and disturb her. I was totally juggling between making so many colored whipped cream, then painting the horn and the ear golden, making the eyes of the unicorn, and then giving her milk, some snacks. So it was kind of getting hectic and I had to switch off the camera. For the eyes of the unicorn, I have used melted chocolate. It was not easy to pipe it straight, so I had to bend the cake stand a bit and then pipe so that the chocolate stays in place. For the golden color of the horn and ears, I have used edible golden dust. Just mix some coconut extract or almond extract, basically any colorless extract, to the golden dust, and then paint it using a regular brush. But do remember to give it 2 to 3 coats, only then will it come out such clean and beautiful. And for the mane of the unicorn, I have used 4 to 5 different types of nozzles and 4 to 5 different types of colors. I will give all the details of the golden dust, coconut extract, the nozzles, the colors, everything in the description box below. Do check it out. So yeah, that's how beautifully my unicorn cake has turned out to be. It's evening time and I'm at my brother's place now. என்ன யோஷ் அக்கா என்ன பண்ணா இங்க பாரு அக்கா கூட விளையாட மாட்டீங்கறாளா என்னடா படிக்குறியே கல்லொல்லு பை
It's your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Since I had not mentioned about the surprise to anybody, they did not cut the whole entire He did not remove the entire slice out and my gems. Later on I asked him to take it off so that kids could enjoy the scene.
Wow, but
Oh my gosh. Don't give Sushma this.
Turns makes me dizzy.
It's dinner time.
We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost.
அது பாலாங்கோடு விஜய் உங்களுக்கு
The only thing I want to do.
Luckily, I also get to shoot the layers just for you guys.
இவங்க தான்ப்பா எங்க டீலர்.
So that was a day in my life kind of vlog video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm also planning to make more vlogs such as my morning routine or my weekend routine or something that sort of. Do comment below and let me know what do you guys think about my vlog videos. So if you kind of like it, I may post it regularly, and if you say nah, then maybe I'll continue with my recipe videos. I will see you soon with yet another interesting baking and vegetarian related recipes. Until then, do hit like, share, comment, subscribe to Spices and Flavors for more such videos. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.